Hey everyone, if you're an apheresis technician, you know the Spectra Optia is pretty much the heart of your operation. So this explainer is for you. We're going to break down the key things you need to know to run this incredible machine with total confidence. Think about it. You're the one standing between the patient and this highly advanced system. You're making critical calls every single step of the way. So what are the absolute must-knows to make sure every procedure is safe, efficient, and successful? Let's dive in. All right, first up, let's just get reacquainted with the machine itself, because it's so much more than just a centrifuge, right? It's a seriously sophisticated platform that handles a whole range of therapeutic procedures. At its very core, what we're doing is apheresis, and it's really all about separation. We're taking a person's whole blood, passing it through the system to pull out one specific thing, whether that's plasma or platelets or certain cells, and then we send everything else right back to the patient. Simple in concept, complex in execution. And man, is this thing versatile. That's why we all call it the workhorse of the clinic. I mean, from therapeutic plasma exchange all the way to bone marrow processing, this one machine is at the center of treating so many different conditions. It's pretty amazing. Now, you know as well as I do that a smooth, safe procedure doesn't just start when you hit the run button. No way. Every single successful run is built on a flawless setup. That pre-procedure checklist is everything. Just think of this part as your pre-flight check. It's a sequence, and every little step matters. First things first, always check that expiration date on the set. Then, you're going to carefully unpack and lay out your lines. Getting those bearings and the upper collar loaded just right, that's what ensures the whole thing spins perfectly. And this is a big one, so listen up. You have to pay close attention to these timelines. The moment you crack open that tubing set package, the clock starts. You've got 24 hours. But as soon as you prime it with saline or anticoagulant, that window shrinks way down to just your current work shift. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a critical safety rule. Okay, setup is done. Now for the main event, running the actual procedure. This is where you really see the machine's intelligence come alive, working right alongside your expertise to get the job done with some incredible precision. So you've basically got two main ways to run this thing. In automatic mode, the machine's optical system, the AIM system, takes the lead and manages the interface for you. But in semi-automatic mode, the controls are handed over to you. That's when you're in the driver's seat, making those fine-tuned adjustments to flow rates and concentrations based on what you're seeing. So what's the magic behind that automatic mode? Well, it's the AIM system. You can think of it as the eyes and the brain of the Spectra Optia. It's using a combination of lights and sensors to literally see and understand how the blood components are separating, which allows it to make these constant, tiny adjustments all on its own. But look, even with all this amazing tech, the smartest system in the world is only as good as the information you give it, and this is where you are absolutely irreplaceable. Patient height, weight, hematocrit, every single number you punch in directly affects the machine's calculations. It's a classic case of garbage in, garbage out. So you have to double-check every input. Okay, let's switch gears to what is, without a doubt, the most important part of our job: patient safety. Yeah, the system has a ton of built-in safety features, but they're there to back you up. You are the ultimate safety monitor. This quote, pulled straight from the operator's manual, is a perfect example. And it's a big one. It highlights just how critical it is to check a patient's medications before you even start. Knowing about things like ACE inhibitors isn't just a small detail. It's a non-negotiable part of keeping your patients safe. Citrate toxicity. It's probably one of the most common adverse events we see, right? So you have to know the game plan. You need to be able to spot those early signs, the tingling, the patient getting restless, and then you need to know the immediate response. Pause the pumps, notify the physician, then decrease that AC infusion rate when they give you the go-ahead. Recognizing it and acting fast makes all the difference. We've gone through a lot of the how-tos, but let's wrap up by talking about the why. Because all those technical things you do, every button you press on this machine, it has a profound, direct impact on people's lives. This is where your skill translates into powerful results for patients. Just take a look at this number. During therapeutic plasma exchange, the Spectra Optia hits a plasma removal efficiency, or PRE, of 83 to 92%. That is an incredibly high number. It shows just how effective this system is at physically removing the harmful stuff that's making a patient sick. Or how about this? For a sickle cell patient getting a red blood cell exchange, just one procedure can drop their harmful hemoglobin S levels by 51 to 56%.
That is a massive, potentially life-altering improvement from a single treatment, and you are the person at the controls making that happen. And this data right here should give you some real peace of mind. While we always have to be vigilant, the system itself has an excellent safety profile. In 93% of procedures, there are no adverse events at all. And for that other 7%, the vast majority are minor and totally manageable, like the citrate reactions we just talked about.
So, this all leaves us with a final thought. As these machines get smarter and more automated, it might seem like the tech is doing all the heavy lifting. But as we've just seen, from checking the tubing set to entering the data to watching the patient like a hawk, the technician's expertise, your expertise, is always going to be the most critical piece of the puzzle for a successful outcome.